Hey y'all, happy Thursday. It's kind of a dreary day outside today. It was so foggy this morning when I got up and let Stella out. She wanted out it was about 6 o'clock, I guess, this morning. It was way foggy. Couldn't see down in the pasture behind my house, but it's kind of a dreary day. Yesterday we talked about Habakkuk. We were in the first chapter of Habakkuk. And we talked about it. It talks about what he complains. He's complaining, and he's complaining. The Lord answers him, and he's complaining again. So we're going to pick up in chapter 2. It says, I will climb up into my watchtower now and wait to see what the Lord will say to me and how he will answer my complaint. So he's saying, I'm just going to lay low for a little bit. I'm going to climb up into my watchtower. When we're in our watchtower, or our watchtower, so to speak, back then is, you could see the whole kingdom. You could see everything. You could see enemies coming. You could see enemies going, whatever. You could see people coming, going, all of that. That's what a watchtower does. You get to see the whole aspect of it. Then the Lord said to me, write my answer in large, clear letters on a tablet, so that a runner can read it and tell everyone else. But these things I plan won't happen right away. I feel like I have something in my eye. I'm sorry. Slowly, steadily, surely, the time approaches when the vision will be fulfilled. If it seems slow, wait patiently. Ooh, I have that circled in my Bible and highlighted. If it seems slow, wait patiently. We don't wait patiently very well, do we? We don't, especially in the world that we live in today, because if we want food, we just call, hey, I want to order this, this, and this, and we go pick it up. Or I ran to the food truck yesterday, Clark's Mash and Grab, I think is what it was called. A smash burger was pretty amazing, but that's the society we live in. We want to go to the movies, we just get in our car and we go. We want to go buy groceries, we get in our car and go. We just go, and get whatever we want. We don't have to wait patiently. We don't have to wait. A lot of times we're not waiting at home for someone to cook us a meal. It's easier to order pizza or order this or order that or go here or go there. And we don't wait patiently. For it surely will take place. It will not be delayed. So it may seem slow to us, but it will surely take place. Look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked. They don't think that the Lord has anything to do with their success. They don't think the Lord is the one that gave them the job that they have. They don't think that the Lord is the one that helped them to create whatever success they have. They believe in themselves, or they've cheated their way to get there. They've lied. They've blamed others when they've made a mistake so somebody else looks bad. They've cheated, and they've just done all of the things. But the righteous will live by their faith. I worked for, when I was working in banking, I worked for someone, and every time she gave me instructions, she always left out a step. Always. Every single time. She didn't want anybody to be able to replace her. And that was awful. Awful. Because I kept having struggles, and I kept thinking, why can't I do this simple thing? I'm following this step by step by step by step. Well, when we follow a step by step by step and there's a step left out, we're going to struggle. But God's not leaving anything out. He gave all of this to us so we could understand. Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They range far and wide, and their mouths open as wide as death. But they are never satisfied. In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and peoples. But the time is coming when all their captives will taunt them, saying, you thieves, at least justice is caught up with you. Now you will get what you deserve for your oppression and extortion. Suddenly your debtors will rise up in anger. They will turn on you and take all you have. While you stand trembling and helpless, you have plundered many nations. Now they will plunder you, you murderers. You have filled the countryside with violence, and all the cities too. How terrible it will be for you who get rich by unjust means. You believe your wealth will buy security, putting your families beyond the reach of danger. But by the murders you committed, you have shamed your name and forfeited your lives. The very stones in the walls of your house cry out against you, and the beams in the ceilings echo the complaints. How terrible it will be for you who build cities with money gained by murder and corruption. Has not the Lord Almighty promised the wealth of nations will turn into ashes? They work so hard, but it's all in vain. For the time will come when all the earth will be filled, as the waters fill the sea, with the awareness of the glory of God. How terrible it will be for you who make your neighbors drunk. You force your cup upon them, that you can gloat over their nakedness and shame. But soon it will be your turn. Come, drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord's judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame. You cut down the forest of Lebanon. Now you will be cut down. You terrified the wild animals you caught in your traps. Now terror will strike you because of your murder and violence in cities everywhere. What have you gained by worshiping all your man-made idols? How foolish to trust in something made by your own hands. What fools you are to believe such lies. How terrible it will be for you who beg lifeless wooden idols to save you. You ask speechless stone images to tell you what to do. Can an idol speak for God? They may be overlaid with gold and silver, but they are lifeless inside. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before him. So in chapter 2, he's telling us, you will reap what you sow. If you sow division, if you sow discord, if you sow jealousy, if you sow bitterness, if you sow gossip, that's all going to come back to you. Lessons learned are hard. Lessons learned are hard. Hard. But what you sow into somebody, you will also reap. If you sow negativity, if you sow hatefulness, if you sow vileness, if you sow any of that, that comes back to you. And that's what chapter 2 is telling us. He's telling these people, you will reap what you have sown. You got ahead because you stepped on everybody up the ladder. You got ahead because you lied and you cheated and you stole. You got ahead, or you did well because of the bad things you did. Those all come back to haunt us. And that's what chapter 2 is talking about. We have to be careful. And we have to understand. Sometimes we need to climb up in our watchtower, wait on the Lord patiently, and let him handle the battles that we so desperately want to fight, that are not ours to fight. They are not ours to fight. They are his. And we so need to understand that. Tomorrow we'll do chapter 3, which is my favorite chapter. But so Habakkuk went from complaining, and the Lord answered. He complained more, and the Lord has answered him again and said, it's going to happen. You just have to wait patiently. But just as I told you it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And he tells all the things that are going to happen because of what they did, what they sowed, they will reap. You can't plant pumpkin seeds and expect to sow golden eggs. That just doesn't work that way. We have to be careful what we sow into our children, what we sow into our church, what we sow into our family, what we sow into our work, all of those things. How you treat people is part of what you're sowing. And I made a flippant remark not very long ago about, well, apparently that's the way they want to be treated because that's how they treat me. And boy, did the Lord correct me quickly on that. He corrected me quickly. It's not what I want you to do. That's not how I want you to act. Treat them the way you want to be treated. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Does that mean to be a stomping mat? Does that mean to be a doormat? Does that mean to be a battering ram? Absolutely not. Does that mean to be the scapegoat? Absolutely not. That means to stand firm and let the Lord fight your battles for you. I hope you all have, I'm struggling this today with, today's January the 30th. We're already through the first month of 2025. Time is going by so quickly. And we need to understand that. Life is short. In order for us to do as what the Lord wants us to do, we need to be obedient. And we need to follow Him. I hope you guys have a great Thursday. We did not have youth last night. It was kind of depressing. I enjoy youth. I may talk about how rotten the kids are sometimes, but I do enjoy youth. I do enjoy talking to those kids. I do enjoy seeing them each week. They're a lot of fun, and they come up with some stuff. Let me tell you, those kids can come up with some stuff. But hopefully we'll be able to get everything back to normal next week. Sicknesses hopefully will be gone and all of that. I know it's flu season. If you are sick, if you've been running a fever, don't leave your house. Just don't do it. If you ran a fever yesterday, don't go out today. Don't go to work today. Unless you're like me and you work by yourself, then you can go to work because you're not infecting anybody. Just clean up after yourself and all the doorknobs that you touch. That's why I have thieves wipes and I wipe all the doorknobs down. But it's up to us to help others stay healthy too. So I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and I hope to be back here tomorrow, and we'll finish out Habakkuk. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.